My name is Mary Marr. I'm the CEO of the Dublin Adult Learning Centre here in Mountjoy Square. We are an adult literacy centre providing adult basic education courses for the people that live in this area. Our work is very much helping people with their reading and writing, either people who are just starting off or people who want to improve their skills to progress. We also provide information technology because digital literacy is so much part of everything we do. So every student who might attend a literacy class would also attend IT. And then a huge amount of our work are people who are in this country who English is not their first language. So we provide literacy and language. The Off the Beaten Path project is linked to the North Inner City Learning Neighbourhood. We developed the Learning Neighbourhood as a way of promoting education in the North Inner City. So the aim of the Trails project was to spark an interest in the area, in learning, and we wanted to embed it in this local community. Also, from our work here, we know there's an interest in local history. And so when we put the idea of the Trails project to the students, they were really interested. And we particularly picked an off the beaten path idea because we weren't thinking this was going to be a tourist trail. This was a trail that we wanted local people to develop themselves. But we didn't know what way it would go. We were completely open, and so it was really interesting that they picked the laneways. Like I grew up in Dublin. There's laneways everywhere, and people live down those laneways. There was urban farm down those laneways, and I suppose a lot of them are being closed off. So it really allowed people to kind of research the areas that they were particularly interested, and we were really delighted that the students really got involved. And we also feel it's a great opportunity that we will be able to bring people on the trails so that others can appreciate the hidden gems that are in this area.
Off the beaten path, the idea was we do the lanes, all the lanes around the area, And when we went around the first time, we start getting a picture of the lane, the people in the lanes were connected to the tenement houses in all different kind of ways, So that was really interesting, you know what I mean? It kind of enlightened you, and then we were saying, well, what do you know when you were growing up? What were your memories of it? We all knew there was a graveyard in Greville Street Playground, where the resource centre is now. And all the stones with their names on it was all around the walls, you know what I mean? That was one thing. And we found out there was a bakery in Parnell Street that used to feed the poor. Centuries that we didn't learn when we were in school. Do you know, that kind of way? So that was really, really interesting. For me now, it was because I like that kind of thing,
Yeah, it's very interesting because we're learning about our local history, and even us, like living in the area all our lives, there's a lot that we don't know, So it's finding out all these things that happened around the area and who lived where and things that happened around the area, especially this one that we're doing off the beaten track is basically around the North Inner City, part of the North Inner City, say from Mountjoy Square, Garner Street, that kind of thing, because we had to keep it kind of to a confined kind of space because it'd go on for hours and you'd never get it done,
I'm enjoying the project. I learn a lot. I think Mountjoy is a kind of very important place in the history of Ireland also. I think the favorite part is I learn a lot about about the area and the story, and meeting the people here. They're great. If you don't know what you're doing, they're always helping you, and it was great to be in that group, and because those people are from here and they know the story and they grow up here, and was very interesting to hear them talking about the past, how it was, how Dublin was, how Mountjoy was. It was very fun, and very educational also.
Like the project is, it's an eye opener of what is around us, like, you know what I mean, the city, on the north side of the city, like, you know what I mean. To think we all sat around and picked the 12 things we were talking about, and said, well, we'll do that one, and that one, and that one, and voted on them. And we all agreed, so, like, you know what I mean, we all disagreed, did we agree, you know, that kind of way. But there was no, it was more a comrade kind of thing than nothing else, you know. Most of it all came together that kind of way, but everybody was involved. It was either fill the glass full or don't fill it at all, like, you know what I mean.
We have a learning neighbourhood here, and that idea actually was inspired by neighbourhoods in Cork, and we kind of wanted to bring some of the students involved in the neighbourhood to visit Cork. And I think just looking and visiting other centres, you get great ideas. It's very inspiring. And the ALL funding allowed us to do that, to bring a group to Cork, and we'll be able to host a group up here. So I think the students were really interested because they're visiting community groups similar to their own. And I got the opportunity to work with Hayes and Gateway and share ideas. And I think our students really found this inspiring. And I think the ALL funding is really brilliant for, like, when you have an idea that you can kind of get some extra funding and try it out.
The Cork trip, that again was very, very interesting. It opened my eyes as regards the local history, especially in, say, the War of Independence and in 1916, this, that, and the other, how the women were involved, but were never focused on all the things that they done in the background, but they were never quite recognised. The centre, it was kind of remarkable to see what can be achieved, like from one extreme, from a derelict building to have their own junior school, and then the Montessori's, this, that and the other, but not alone that then, baking classes. The kitchen conditions were unbelievable. They were able to open the shop in the town itself and sell the cakes and everything else that they made. City Hall, the architecture in the place, it was beautiful around the buildings and that. And then to say meeting the Deputy Lord Mayor, and that it was actually a bonus, because to me it was kind of a privilege. And not alone that, the Cork people, they kind of really went out of their way to make us all welcome in the place. Since I came to Dock, it has given me so much confidence. Originally I started off just doing computers, this, that and the other. I got involved more and more in Dalk. I cannot say and I cannot do enough for the people here. Mary and students, the whole lot. Everybody's treated the same. You don't know who's a student or who's a tutor. And everybody has the greatest respect for each other all the time.
I think this place does make a difference could make a difference in anyone who would want to come back to education. You can get any help, any kind of help you want, and if you're struggling with reading, writing, or whatever, all the tutors are good, and it's a great place to be.
The hardest part of coming here is, we all say it, is coming up. There's only 3 steps into the building, and that's the hardest part, is getting up them 3 steps. So when you get up them 3 steps and you're in the door, after a week or so, you just fit in. It's like a bowl of jelly, everything comes together, you know. We all pull each other along, you know. It's not someone taking the reins and bringing it. We all have our turns of discovering something, you know. And as I said, the teachers here, very easy to learn off. Like, if we had teachers like them when we were young, we wouldn't be here today.
It's a good place to be in here, you know what I mean? It occupies your mind, and you're learning every day. Every day is a new day, you know what I mean? I really enjoy it, like, you know. Yeah, and I really enjoy learning about history, about the area and outside the area, you know. Like it's all different. Everybody has their own story and that kind of thing, you know. Yeah, they say the word is you learn something every day, and there's no true word there is when you come here.
I think projects like this are really important because I think it sparked real interest in learning, in history, in developing skills. For example, the students had to research all the areas of interest. So I think it has great potential in terms of people valuing the area in which they live and also sparking the interest in history. And sometimes history is seen as something that's not so personal, but it really, I think it makes history come alive. And I think that's what's great about the Trails project. And the whole idea of learning neighbourhoods is that people don't realise there's so many opportunities in this area. And also sometimes people think, you know, the area has its challenges, but it's a way of promoting the area as all the opportunities that are in it, and that it is a hub of opportunities and education, and also it's steeped in history.